Today, we're going to tell you the one thing that'll put an end to this stupid NBA MVP debate.
Yeah, roll the intro.
All right.
Yo, yo, yo.
Coming to you live from Philly. It's the #1 rated Paulie and Tony Fusco Show.
Yo, yo, yo.
As always, Paulie Fusco here with Tony Fusco and Tony.
Yo.
Huge show today, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Very excited.
A lot of controversy surrounding the sport of basketball, and we're going to clear it all up for you, aren't we, Tony?
Absolutely. We're going to help you see the forest in the trees.
Yeah, we're going to do that. Well said.
Yup.
And, you know, before we get to our top story, you know, being the most respected people in all of sports talk, you know, a lot of people, they're always coming up to us, asking us, hey, Paulie, Tony, will you let me come on the show?
Oh, my God.
Will you give me that exposure? Help me boost my struggling career?
Every day.
You know, we've done that, Tony. You know, we've helped a lot of people
100%.
boost their career, giving them that exposure. You know, names like Chris Broussard,
Fact.
Nick Wright. You know, we're unfortunately responsible for some of them being out there. And well, now today, there's this young buck out there. He's hosting this podcast where he apparently talks basketball. I'd never heard it, you know. But he's asking us, he's been writing us, you know, hey, can I come on, get exposure? You know, so today we thought, hey, we'll give this young buck a shot, you know, help him out.
Yep.
He hosts a podcast, as, you know, most people have never heard of it, but it's called Nerd Sesh.
Oh, with a name like that, I can see why nobody wants to listen, never heard of it.
With a name like that, I mean...
Forget about it.
No wonder he's begging us for help.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, maybe we'll have to give him some advice, Tony. But
no
we're going to bring this kid on. Here he's got some takes on the NBA MVP race. You know, very cute.
Yep.
His name is Carson Breber. And, hey, some people have told us this kid really knows his stuff. So, hey, we'll give him a shot here, Tony.
Okay, look, we do community service on this show. That's what we do.
Yup, we do. And just one note before we move on, a brief note of business here. On our last show, we made what some have deemed negative comments about the restaurant known as Chipotle.
Yeah.
So after receiving a strongly worded letter from the company, we've decided to do what they call in the business. It's called a make good. Okay? Yeah. And you see what a make good is you do something for free to make up for what some people says was wrong, even though it wasn't, but we're not going to get into that.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's what we're going to do. We're going to give a free ad right now for Chipotle. Do you like lots of meat in your tacos? I certainly don't.
Yeah, all that meat is just terrible. You see, what you want is the minimal amount of meat a human being can fit into a taco. That's why you want Chipotle.
Order online now and enter the promo code Too Much Meat to get 20% more meat removed from your order. Chipotle. Okay, well, that fixed
There we
things
go.
there, right?
Done.
Yeah, anyway, so now that's out of the way there. It's time for one of our most popular segments, you know, where we go over everything we predicted, that we got bango on the money, as we always do. So it's time right now for Where Paulie and Tony Were Right.
Where Paulie and Tony were right.
All right, first out the gate, you know, we told you before the season even started that Joel Embiid would win NBA MVP.
Yep.
And while the vote hasn't taken place yet, you know, we can go ahead and just count
Doesn't
this as
even
a right.
need
you know,
to.
Yeah. Not only because Embiid dropped 52 points on the Celtics Tuesday night,
Unreal.
But after the game, Sixers coach Doc Rivers said this. Here, roll that sound.
The man just scored half our points in an NBA game. And I'm biased, but the MVP race is over.
You see that? There you go.
It's over.
Straight from the mouth of a doctor.
It's done.
It's as good as over. Yeah. But we still got some fools in the media out there who are still claiming that Denver Nuggets star, whatever he is, Nikola Jokic, that he should be MVP.
Yeah. You know why?
Yeah, because we know the media has a pro-Serbian bias.
Exactly.
As we established in a previous
exposed
episode.
it already.
Exactly.
Yup. Go back and listen. Get educated.
Yeah, exactly. But, you know, this is why we've been saying Nikola Jokic, he shouldn't even be eligible to win MVP. You know, he's already won the past two. It's boring and terrible for the sport if he wins again.
It's
horrible. This is why we have a simple solution to all this mess here. Term
limits.
There you go. Yeah, if presidents can only serve, 2 terms, well, why can a guy win more than 2 MVPs? Makes no sense, right, Tony?
Absolutely. And if you want an example, look no further than Michael Jordan. People don't know this, but the real reason he retired twice was to let someone else win MVP. He felt so bad for keeping his friend Charles Barkley from winning that he went to David Stern and demanded the rule changes. And when David Stern said no, Michael Jordan had no choice but to retire and play baseball.
Just terrible.
Now, absolutely. If Nikola Jokic had any decency, he would retire today just to avoid any unfair scenario like that again.
Tremendous points and historical insight, Tony.
But Paulie and Tony were right.
We told you these stupid new MLB rules would ruin the game of baseball, and sure enough, look at what's going on right here in Philly. The Phillies off to a 1-4 start, their worst start ever. And
Horrible.
It's clear why. The game is just moving too fast now. It's not fair for anybody.
It's not fair at all.
Yeah, I turned on a game the other day. You got balls flying all over the place all the time now. This is supposed to be baseball, not high-a-lie. Baseball's supposed to be a game of strategy. It's like chess. A thinking man's game.
Yes,
you can't have clocks
strategy.
in that. You got to give people time to think. And, this is clearly throwing off the true baseball vets like the Phillies. It's just terrible, isn't it, Tony?
It's terrible. And it's terrible for fans watching the game. What I used to love about baseball is that after a pitch was thrown, I could go make myself a sandwich and then go to the bathroom and then call my mother all before the next pitch was thrown. And now I can't do that anymore. It's ruining what the game used to be all about.
So well said and just so tragic, Tony.
But Paulie and Tony were right.
All right, finally, some blowback to our last episode we have to address. People are coming up to us and saying Tony made some sort of misstep or whatever when he presented a top 5 all-time movies list last week and didn't have Rocky or any of the Rocky movies on the list.
People always say the first Rocky, it's one of the best movies of all time. And I never understood why.
Yeah.
Rocky loses in that movie. I left the theater disappointed, and frankly, I wanted my money back. And Rocky 2, 3, and 4, they don't stand alone. You need to watch the first Rocky to understand them. So, if Sylvester Stallone had made Rocky 1 through 4 all as one long movie, of course that would have been number 1 easy. But he didn't. So that's why the list stands as is. And also because he made Rocky 5, which is literally the most terrible movie ever made.
You certainly won't get any blowback on that take there, Tony, anyway.
Nope.
Would love to discuss this more, but I see our guest. He's coming on the line.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and get him on the Fusco Satellite Network.
Fusco Satellite Network.
Okay, our guest today. He's an up-and-comer trying to make it in this business, like so many people who are hoping to reach the stature, that we have, So, there was a time, Tony, when we were like him, just starting out. Of course, that time didn't last long before our meteoric rise. Yeah, that maybe lasted a day or two before we totally exploded.
Blew up.
Anyway, it's probably taken this young kid, much longer. Anyway, so we're going to help him out today. He hosts a podcast. As you can see, he's trying to promote it behind him. It's called Nerd Sesh, which is just a terrible title for a show. But,
Why would you name it that?
He'll learn to fix that.
That's
we'll
okay.
coach him.
Yep, we're here to educate.
Anyway, he's been begging us to come on the show and get exposure. So here, we're going to help this young buck out. Carson Breber, welcome to the show.
Yeah.
And easily the biggest audience you've ever had.
You're going with an alternate pronunciation. It's the Philly accent, maybe. I would say it Breber. That's how I would say it.
Excuse me?
Well, I'm not. That's how it would be pronounced correctly.
Paulie.
First rule of radio and television, you're young, you may not know this. You never correct the hosts.
Never.
So maybe on your show you tell everyone what to do, but here and by the way,
we're the hosts. You gotta respect the host.
It's
okay. It's okay.
Breber, Bieber, whatever the hell your name is. Who knows?
We'll bring it back. You're not taking any notes. I noticed you're not taking. You should be taking notes. Write this down.
Some notes.
Well, I take them on my computer is what I do, so you guys wouldn't notice. But yes, I am. Trust me, everything you guys say, I'm taking it all in.
Okay,
now,
let's get it.
We need to talk to you about that title of a show you got there,
Sure.
Nerd Sesh. What were you thinking when you came up with that title? Do you think anyone would want to be caught dead listening to a show with such a terrible title?
It's horrible.
It's supposed to be sports talk.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I think when you guys were probably in your early 20s, right, maybe around the 83 Sixers title, nerd had a certain connotation that was very negative, right? You had whatever.
Whoa. Let's stop down.
Nowadays,
let's get the sidebar here.
I think he just threw an old joke at us there, Tony.
That was not a joke. That was a guess.
I thought nerds were supposed to be good at math.
I apologize if I've offended you.
We're not that
well,
old.
We're young.
What do I know?
How old are you?
Yeah. What are you, 12?
I'm closer to 12 than you guys are to me. That's for sure.
You know, we give you this opportunity.
We're here to help you.
You're right. I don't know where I got off with all that.
Yeah, there you go. Walk it back.
There you go.
Anyway, all right, Carson, we're going to lead you through this here, help you out. You know, what we're going to do now is we're going to ask you for your take, okay?
Yeah.
So we're going to set you up. That's what they do on these shows, all right? We're going to give you what they call a softball question, okay? Make it easy, you know,
nice
make
and
it look
easy.
good.
Base hit right here.
Okay, so Joel Embiid, you know, he plays for the Sixers. Okay?
Yeah, he's a center.
Okay, he's leading the NBA in every important statistical category, okay? And the other night, his coach, Doc Rivers, said the MVP race is over and that Embiid is the winner. So don't you agree that Embiid is the slam dunk pick for MVP?
I would have to disagree. I would have Embiid as an honorable bronze medalist for all this. I actually think that the MVP right now would be Giannis, which is not going to happen because the narrative has totally shifted towards it's Embiid, Jokic. And
also nobody's that dumb, but okay, keep going.
Also, people watch basketball, know it's Embiid, but keep going.
Well, let me compel you guys here. So if you're looking at the Embiid case, it's right, great scorer, good defender on a very good team. But I think that if you're looking at Giannis, right, they're 47-16 when
Nobody's
he plays.
looking at Giannis,
significantly better. Well, I am because I'm watching the entire NBA, not just the Sixers. They're 27-9 with him, even without Chris Middleton, who I don't know if you guys are familiar, is a star level player. And we can call these guys equal on offense, right? Giannis is the playmaking edge, Embiid is the scoring edge. Giannis is clearly the better defender on the team that has been significantly better when he plays.
Hold on a moment.
Hold on. You are talking way too fast.
Yeah. First of all, you're talking way too fast. You know, you just, it sounds like someone sped up the tape. You're just going off.
Yeah, you got to slow it down.
Okay. Now, number two
Let the audience consume.
Number two, we're going to give you an education here, Tony, and Tony knows this. When you're evaluating an NBA player, Tony, what is the most important metric for an NBA player?
By far, free throw percentage.
There you go. If you can't hit an open shot
unguarded
from the line, then you shouldn't even be called good at basketball. So,
where do you guys have JJ Redick all time?
Well, hold on. We're steering the conversation here.
I'm trying to learn. I'm just trying to learn.
You're trying to interrupt is what you're trying to do.
And you got to wait for us. We'll get to your JJ Redick take. Hold on. That you're clearly burning for. Hold on. Tell us if you do your research, young man, what is Giannis's free throw percentage, please?
Yeah.
It's somewhere in the mid-60s this year. I think maybe 67.
Oh, not good.
Exactly. Yeah, not good.
Right. Mid-60s, like the amount of sperm you have in your body right now.
Yeah.
Okay?
Well, I don't know. My father has a famously high sperm count, so I think maybe I've had that passed down to me.
It's very strange that you know that, but okay.
Yeah. He brags about it. He's an odd guy.
Well, like if he had you, then, we but, just on that note, a doctor and Doc Rivers said that Embiid's the MVP. What is this with you?
What do you know?
Not a doctor.
You know more than Doc Rivers?
Well, I think almost everybody knows more than Doc Rivers. I'm not really sure what he's done to suggest that he's any good at his job.
Hold on just a moment, Tony. This is the rudeness that comes from this young generation.
They're so entitled.
Do you even know who Doc Rivers is?
Yeah.
You were negative 44 at that point. What? Do you know? Well, tell us.
Doc Rivers was a solid NBA point guard, mostly for the Hawks in the 80s. And since then, he coached the Celtics to the 08 title. And now he coaches the consistently underachieving Sixers. Coached the Magic before then. T-Mac in his early years. I know who Doc Rivers is. Very raspy voice.
You skip
consistently
the Clippers,
bad at his job.
So there's a hole in your knowledge.
Skip the Clippers. And he played for he had some great years for the Knicks.
Yeah, you
playing on the Knicks. That. You don't know.
I think you're thinking of Mark Jackson.
No.
So where's Nikola Jokic or whatever in your so-called analysis here?
Yeah, I would have Nikola Jokic at number 2, barely above Embiid.
Oh,
The Nuggets are significantly better with Jokic than the Sixers are with Embiid.
Are you
being at a talent
insane?
deficit. Well, are you familiar with the metric wins, Tony, where the Nuggets are 48-20 with Jokic, the Sixers are 43-22 with Embiid, despite having all-NBA guard James Harden, great third and fourth options, Tyrese Maxey, Tobias Harris, better depth than the Nuggets.
Again, just talking too fast again. You got to slow down.
I didn't hear anything. It's like Charlie Brown's teacher. Yeah.
You're throwing all these numbers around.
Too.
I don't think anyone in our audience, they're probably all tuning out right now, which is unfortunate.
2 strikes.
All right. But look, we're gonna throw something at you here. You don't want to give MVP to someone who's already won. It's just not interesting. Jokic, Giannis, they've already won.
Yeah.
Don't you think we should have term limits for MVPs? You can only win 2. That's max, and then you're out.
Yeah.
That's a really interesting thought. And we historically have without making it official. I mean, we haven't had a three-peat for MVP since Bird, 84-86. So that honestly, I think is the only reason that Embiid is now the front runner is because people have started to say, well, hold on, does Jokic deserve 3 straight? Even though I think within the scope of this season, like the last 2 seasons, he has a stronger case than Embiid.
Are you saying it's a charity vote? Is that what you're saying?
I do actually feel that, it is.
Well, guess why you're on this show.
We're doing charity right now.
Charity.
But Paulie, didn't you just propose this new legislation, this term limit idea? How is that anything but charity? That's democracy. It's the opposite. The people aren't deciding anymore.
Oh, you don't know how your country works, son. Term limits. You only have presidents twice in this country.
Yeah.
I know you haven't graduated middle school yet, but that's how this works.
Yeah.
Well, I think that Jokic is the best offensive player in basketball. He doesn't have another all-star on his team, and yet they're still consistently the best team out west this entire year because of how great they are offensively. And he's producing at a level we've never seen. I'm going to throw a number out there. You guys, I probably have no idea what it means, but true shooting percentage.
With the numbers. What?
He's up at 70. True shooting percentage. It's really the best measure of a player's scoring efficiency,
Explain what true shooting percentage is for our audience who doesn't really give a shit, but go.
Shooting percentage is basically your points per shot and then free throw attempts. So it's weighted so that it's your points per attempt, basically. So if you make 40% of your threes, that's worth 60% of your twos, right? Because threes are worth 1.5 points. So it weights
Paulie,
that,
wake me up when this is done.
Mixes free throws into all of it. Yeah.
I'm starting to think Nerd Sesh was actually a perfect title for your show.
Yeah, Nerd Sesh is actually a perfect name for your show.
I take back recommending you change
we'd like to apologize to you.
Nerd Sesh.
Well, apology accepted.
We watch basketball. He's watching an Excel sheet.
Carson, I think the only thing to do to save your career here from peril is to just apologize for your performance over the last, 10 minutes, however it's been, feels like 80. And just tell our audience you'll do better next time. Come on.
Yup.
No, I have no intention of doing that. And, guys, I want to make one more point here.
Oh, well, good news. I have one more point, too. You're off the show.
You're off the show.
Producer Jay is better than both of you guys.
Go reach his dad somewhere else.
You guys are going to rue this day when I'm running the sports media world.
You're going nowhere except off the show.
Off the show.
Fusco Satellite Network.
Is he off the line?
Jay, hang up the phone.
You try and do something good in this business, and that's what happens right there.
Yeah. He Breber not call us ever again.
Good one, Tony. Well, let's not let him ruin what was a terrific show.
Totally.
Of course, we want to thank our friends now at Chipotle.
Yep, thank you.
Wait. Hold on.
Oh. If it's somebody I Breber not want to hear from ever in my life again, producer Jay.
What?
Corrections, guys. Corrections.
What? Hurry up. What?
Number 1. You said that baseball is a game of strategy like chess, and that's why they shouldn't use clocks.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, thinking man's game.
Yeah.
You do realize they use clocks in chess. That's to keep the matches from going on too long.
Oh, yeah? Well, on the subject of going on too long, you.
Yeah. You remind me of a game of chess. Slow and boring.
Oh, great one, Tony. Yeah, good one.
Let's go. Let's get out of here. We're done. No
You said
more.
the Phillies' 1-4 start was their worst start ever.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
Look it up.
embarrassing.
Yeah.
In 1934, they started 0-7. So this isn't their worst start ever. It's not even close.
No, the worst start ever is when you start talking.
Yeah, and it's going to be not even close when you try to run away from my car. Yeah,
good one, Tony.
Exactly. Going to run him over. He's done.
No, one more.
Go. What?
You said Charles Barkley only won MVP because Michael Jordan retired.
Yeah, look it up.
Yeah, it's true.
No, that's not true. Barkley was the 92-93 MVP. Michael Jordan wasn't out of the league. He was still playing at that point.
Oh, yeah? Well, I've got a point I'd like to see you at. Gunpoint.
Yeah, you know who's out of your league? Every single woman on the planet. Yeah, you're done. Slam dunk. And he said, Paulie,
anyway,
he's
talking about an
soaking.
even better finish. Get this, Tony. Just booked. I just got it come through on the email for next week. Super Bowl legend Nick Foles will be on the show.
That's huge.
Can't
Great
wait.
news.
In the meantime, don't forget, subscribe on YouTube, follow us on TikTok, and hey, Tony, great job as always.
Same to you, Paulie. Another flawless show.
There you go. We'll see you people next week.
See ya.